you always do. You want me back, but I'm through with you. You say, I'm so sorry, didn't mean to. You still love me, tell me, girl, can we work this out? And I know nothing's changed, still the same. I'm so done and I'm tired of this back and forth. Now you're in my head and in my bed, telling me it's over 'cause I'm not enough. You need more than my love as I watch you walk away. But tomorrow you'll say, I'm so sorry, didn't mean to. You still love me, tell me, girl, can we work this out? And I know nothing's changed, still the same. I'm so done and I'm tired of this back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Same old thing. I know you won't change, but tomorrow you'll say, I'm so sorry, didn't mean to. You still love me, tell me, girl, can we work this out? And I know nothing's changed, still the same. I'm so done and I'm tired of this back and forth. Back and forth. Back and
I love that song. Oh, ciao. For those that were wondering who that was True Genesis with Back and Forth. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok. I see you guys. Hey, Danielle's in the TikTok. Hope you're feeling better. Columbia, South Carolina's watching. Boston's watching. Los Angeles is watching. Sweden is watching. Love it, love it, love it. Shout out to everyone. We were talking about this yesterday. Watching on Twitch gives you great video quality, and I'm streaming in 4K. So those that are watching on YouTube, 4K on YouTube versus 4K on Twitch could be a little bit different if it matters to you, but I know some of you want to be able to chat with everyone else that's in our live chat. We are live on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. Hey, Sean watching in the ATL. Hey, Koyam watching on Twitch. Shout out to everyone, all of our subscribers on TikTok that are watching. Tuesday Takeovers, where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. So I'm sure you looked at the thumbnail. I'm sure you may have seen the two new videos that I posted this morning. One about Kathy Hilton and another about Tiffany Haddish. Hey, Pam from Atlanta. Patricia, thank you so much for letting me know that you can hear me loud and clear. You know, we got to, with a live show, sometimes things happen, but you guys are my producers, so you help me. Drew watching all the way from the Philippines. Miss Paquita's watching from the Bahamas. Erica's watching from Alabama. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. April's watching from California. Stephanie's watching from Manchester, UK. Thank you so much, Danielle, for the roses on TikTok. I see you guys there. All right, let me just get into this because, you know, Tuesday Takeover is always jam-packed. You know, I go from like, what am I going to talk about today to, oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about. Okay, we'll start with 90 Day Fiancé UK before we get into some pop culture news and some reality TV news. Okay, so I've been enjoying, for those that are wondering where you can watch 90 Day Fiancé UK, again, they're not paying me, but they should. 90 Day Fiancé UK is available on Discovery Plus, all right? And there's all kinds of deals to get Discovery Plus right now, so, you know, check that out. But can we talk about this couple, Sean and Christine? So I'm so happy that I decided yesterday to rewatch last week's episode because I have a different feeling about Christine. At first, I was coming down on Sean for being dishonest to Christine, but seeing Christine's reaction in the very beginning about him telling he had to step down from his management position, Oh, I think she's in it for the... Anyone else? Hey, watching from Botswana. Thank you so much. I appreciate that for all the love. So I have a different feeling about Christine now. At first, I was like, oh, how, I don't want to always assume, because I always try to come into 90 Day Fiancé. I don't want to assume that the person that's abroad that's trying to come to the United States is using this person. I want to believe in love. I want to believe in love. Hey, Shell watching on Twitch. Hey, Vicky watching on Facebook. I want to believe in love. But I don't believe in her love anymore. And I feel sorry for Sean, but part of me doesn't feel completely sorry for Sean, because I think Sean knows what it is and uses his money to continue this relationship. Again, the jury is still out whether or not Christian is really his son. All right, I'm not going to dwell too much on 90 Day Fiancé UK. We're going to briefly talk about these couples. He's still a scammer. But I have to say, anytime you have a goodbye in a train station or an airport, it always still gets you in your feelings. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't trust this Sean as far as I can throw him. I like Victoria, but I still don't trust him. And I don't understand why Victoria thinks that this relationship is going to work. But, anyone that comes on these shows, there's a little bit of a woo, 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 woo. A little bit of that. So there's a little bit of that with Victoria. But Victoria's no fool, because remember, she found out that she was dating this man while he was still married. And then she found out in Japan you can get a divorce and the other person wouldn't know. Why? But there's a lot of mystery behind this man. And I don't get why she wants to continue this relationship. Again, there's always a little bit of a woo, woo, woo with the people on these shows. And maybe they really couldn't get a normal relationship other than one that's a scam. All right. I'm going to move on because I don't want to waste too much time on 90 Day Fiancé UK, even though I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. And Alejandro and Katie are one of my favorite couples from this season of 90 Day Fiancé UK. We got to see them this week. Last time that we saw them, she was on the fence about, converting because, the family wants her to become Catholic, but she is going to at least have the wedding in Mexico. But Alejandro's going to move to the UK to be with her. And I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, he wanted to get there the entire time. No, I really believe in their love. Am I a fool? Look, am I a fool? You might be a fool, Kempire. You might be a fool. Damn it. I might be a fool. But I really believe in their love. Of all the couples this season, I believe in their love. All right? We didn't see this guy this week. I feel as if she's not scamming him. He's scamming her. And I hope she stays the hell away from him. Preview for next week. For some reason, it looks like she might have had it with Richard. Richard is the worst of the worst. He is an F-boy. I don't even know how she attracted this man in her life. Girl, someone put roots on you. Run. Because he's like the worst. And she's such a decent human, hardworking woman and smart. But just because you're book smart doesn't mean that you have common sense. Not Hazel singing this song. You know what? Now it's stuck in my head. Thanks a lot, Jesus. But we didn't see him this week. We didn't see this couple in the last couple of weeks. I'm okay with it. Their story, look. This couple right here, we finally get to see them interact. They flew to Turkey, come to find out, go figure, red tape. They're not able to get married immediately, even though they brought their documents. They're like, well, this is a busy place, a busy city in Turkey. So you'll have to come back in about a month or later in order to get married. But she shouldn't marry this man. She's been dealing with this man from Iran for 6 years. But their interaction, he's not affectionate. He's very into himself. I could never, I could date someone good looking, but if you know that you're good looking, I can't. The content, he's worried about is the gym, how's the gym here? He's worried about he's constantly looking at himself in the mirror. He takes longer to get ready than she does. Their interaction is so awkward. Anyone else cringe when her daughter jumps up on him and wraps her legs around him? First of all, she doesn't know him like that. Yeah, they've been talking for 6 years, but this is her first time. Well, not first time. She's been in his presence. I don't know about the daughter though. I was like, this is weird. I don't like to see that. But even her reaction to the daughter jumping on him, she looked like she wanted to jump on him too. She ends up hugging him again. This situation was so weird. Guys, if you're not watching 90 Day Fiancé UK on Discovery Plus, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But I implore you, go watch that scene. Their interaction is so uncomfortable. She does confront him in this last episode about, you're not affectionate with me. And he says, because of my religion, I can't be, especially not in public. But I don't believe he's affectionate with her in private. He tries to be a little bit more affectionate after she calls him out on it. The daughter has a side conversation with him to make sure that, he's in this for the right reasons. Yes, he's in it for the right reasons for himself. Sidebar. He's like, I have to call, I talk to my mother sometimes 3-4 times in an hour. What in the breast milk? Again, culturally, that seems to not be uncommon, but still. I don't believe in this relationship at all. Catherine says, how old is the daughter? Underage. Look, underage, but I just felt that it was... Alicia said, it's okay, Alicia's here with me. It's giving cringe. I didn't like it. And I don't believe that he's interested in her. I believe that he honestly is trying to get to the UK. He's trying to get out of Iran for whatever reason. And he's in it for the long game. He's been talking to this woman for 6 years. That doesn't mean he hasn't been having his own you-know-what on the side. Allegedly. I don't know. Okay. Wait. We'll get to Jenny and Sumit in a second. We'll get to Jenny and Sumit. Okay, Caleb and Marvin. So Marvin did not want... Marvin's from the Seychelles. I have to Google schmoogle Seychelles just to kind of know the history and stuff like that. And obviously, he can't really be openly gay in Seychelles, but he's been talking to Caleb for a while. So forget about this relationship, because their relationship is the most normal of all the couples. Can we talk about how Caleb is living? His house with his mom is gorgeous. It's a beautiful home, but the mom is like, I think you guys are moving too fast, because Caleb is ready to get engaged. And Marvin's like, after he has the conversation with the mom, is like, should I propose? And Caleb's like, when are you proposing? Marvin's eventually does propose in front of a palace. See, that's the thing that I love about Europe. Every country has a palace somewhere. Sidebar, guess who's going to Europe again? See, this is why you have to be here for all the lives. You never know when I'm going to talk about something I don't talk about anywhere else. I am going to Europe in a couple of months. I'll let you guys know, maybe on the podcast, Kempire Radio. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, subscribe to the podcast. But I'm going back to Europe, and it's a city that I've never been before. And some of you watch me there. It's not London. I'll just say that. I will be going to London in the next year, though. I have to. I can't believe I've been to so many parts of the world, and I've never been to London. It's my own fault. I prioritize other places. All right? Jade says, we have a palace in Canada and come to visit. Really? Where? What city? What city in Canada? Do we have palaces here in the United States? We have other things. They're not called palaces. Rakita's Closet says she's coming with me. Okay, girl. Okay. All right. Nope, not Germany. I've been to Germany. I've been to a few cities in Germany, but I do want to go back. I have friends in Germany as well. But like I said, I'll talk more about it on my podcast, Kempire Radio, if you haven't subscribed. Oh, I would love to go to Prague. But stay tuned. Alicia says, when we leaving? in a couple of months. Hold on, y'all. Back to this. If you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. We have a couple of pop culture news stories that we have to get into, including Adam Levine breaking his silence this morning in regards to the cheating story that we reported yesterday. We'll get to that in a second. So, okay. So congratulations to Calum and Marvin. They did eventually get engaged in this last episode. Good for them. Calum, I think, is way too young. He still lives with his mom. Like, how do you get engaged and you still live with your mom? Nothing wrong with it. Maybe he lives with his mom and he's fully employed. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Their big issue, though, is that Marvin doesn't seem to want children, but Calum does. Okay. Look, okay. Okay, let's talk about Jenny and Sumit. Okay, this is not Jenny and Sumit. This is Pat and Sam. He's from Pakistan and she is from the UK. All right. I'm glad I rewatched last week's episode because I completely missed that she has a yacht. She has a yacht. She's all about being a sugar mama. I don't want to hear anyone say that he's scamming her. She understands what it is because she's willing to pay for this. But there's like a 40-year age difference between these two. And everyone that sees his girlfriend, they're like, she's quite old. She is. And look, I am not an ageist. If it works for you, if it's legal, fine. Do you. At the end of the day, when people get so impassioned, so emphatic about other people's lives, other people's bodies, what they're wearing, look, at the end of the day, you like it, I love it. Sidebar. I don't know if you guys over the weekend during the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion saw the promo that they put out for Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, when they put that out, we got to see some confessional looks. Did you guys see what's her name? Not Candace. Candace responded to it. Did you guys see Giselle's confessional look? Did I have a picture of it? Let me see if I can pull up a picture. I know I saved the picture somewhere because I was like, what in the hell is she wearing? Oh, here it is. I didn't plan to talk about that. That's the face we all had when we saw Giselle's confessional look. So Candace, let me just read exactly what Candace said. Because Candy Yams, who we know has a beef with Giselle this season, okay? She posted, let me see. Hold on. I think the network has a responsibility to step in when our interview looks are criminally offensive because my God, today. Oh, Giselle. Look, I think Giselle, very much like Sheree, leans into everyone's comments about her looks, her story. She doesn't care. And I can appreciate that about her. She does not care. She knows that we're going to drag her for... She could easily, at this point, hire an amazing stylist. There are people that are willing to do it for free. Let's take another look. Oh, Giselle, this look is... First of all, the wig. Let me bring up what Karen said. Karen said something. Karen Uger. Because I don't think Karen and Giselle are having any beef this season. She says, you gotta love her skunk hair, design, and all. That's what Karen had to say about this confessional look that we're going to get from Giselle this season. And some of you, when we were talking about the red look that they did for the promo, some of you said, well, Giselle in that wig still wasn't, the dress looked great, but the wig still just not kicking. There was a picture, though, that I did see of Giselle recently. It wasn't anything from the promo, and her hair was like bouncy and curly. I was like, it looked really good. She's a beautiful woman. Maybe a terrible person, but a beautiful woman. Her fashion and hair just doesn't come together when we need it. Damn. Oh damn! Hey Tracy. Tracy says people was willing to redo her barn of a house, and she declined that too. People are willing to give these famous people free things. Free things. All right. Shout out to Suzanne watching on Facebook. I see you, Suzanne. No, it's not Amsterdam. I've been to Amsterdam 4 times. I will be back to Amsterdam. But no, that's not where I'm going. Like I said, I'll talk more about it on the podcast. Michelle says, love, love, love your podcast, Kempire. Thank you so much, Michelle. And I will be working on the podcast this week. As you guys know, I'm never short when it comes to the content, though. All right? Hold on. I am the dream says, Kempire, did you get the tea about Sheree and her not graduating high school, allegedly? I mean, I've seen a lot of people talk about that, and some people were speculating because she got pregnant at a young age. That's why she never graduated. I mean, there are some people some of our greatest, look, I was really, really reaching to give Sheree a compliment here. I mean, it is what it is. At least Sheree, you could never tell. Some people that have full-on education, you're like, you have education? I mean, she's made out pretty well for herself. If that's true. Is that her storyline for next season, that they're going to bring that story up, that Sheree didn't graduate high school? Well, since we're talking about the Real Housewives, let's talk about the ratings. So as you know, yesterday we recapped the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So if you missed that, be sure to check that out on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. You can also check it out on Facebook as well, because we stream there. But the ratings for the part 2 were pretty good. Let me get into the ratings for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me just take this down. All right. Let me see if I can share my screen. Hold on, y'all. Let me share my screen. All right. Shout out to our friends over at TV Deets. As you know, here on the channel, we always cite our sources. And this is the ratings for part 2 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. They had well over 1,051,000 live viewers. It's a season high in viewers with a 0.34 demo. All right. They say, are you Team Marlo or are you Team Kenya after the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion? With 1 episode left, part 2 scored a strong 0.34 in the demo and over 1 million live viewers, the largest audience for any episode this season. Okay? And let's take a look at Watch What Happens Live with Candy and Karamo and that weird interaction. The effect of these great shows. Because remember, this was connected to Married to Medicine, who also got a season high. So Watch What Happens Live had over 447,000 viewers for this past week's episode. Let's take a look at Married to Medicine. And I have not, hold on. Let me come back. I have not had an opportunity to check out the reviews that were done from Dr. Heavenly. When I get a chance, I will definitely check it out and get back to you guys about that. But back to this, let me just save this. Hold on. And thank you to everyone that's sending in super chats. I'm just saving them now. I will get to them in just a second. I appreciate the super chat. Shout out to everyone that sends in Venmos, PayPals, Cash Apps, all of that. We see that after the live, so thank you in advance. We appreciate your support. And of course, shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members as well. If you'd like to become a member, it's very easy. Just head on over to teamkempire.com/join. So back to this. So Married to Medicine, their 11th episode for season 9 had a 0.22 demo and over 745,000 viewers. TV Deets writes, we love the season high. Are you Team Audra or Team Toya now that you've seen Sunday's Married to Medicine? The aftermath of Quad's Christmas party earned a 0.22 in the demo and 745,000 live viewers, making it the highest rated episode of the season. This is not going to stop these producers with the mess, with the violence. Why is this the most watched episode? Is it because of the physical fight? Maybe. Okay. All right. So ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta, very, very well. Very well. We'll get back to Real Housewives in a second. I do want to move on and get into 90 Day Fiancé. So a lot of you always say I forget to talk about Bilal and Shaida. So I want to start with Bilal and Shaida because I really do forget to talk about them. I really do. I need a new picture for them too. I really do. Hold on. I do need a new picture for them. Bilal and Shida, as you know, were on 90 Day Fiancé last season. Now they're back on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. And as we know, their story from last season was about her possibly having a baby. And she put it in the prenup. And then we were like, okay, what's the consequences of you not getting pregnant? Remember, she's 30-something years old. She's only, 38? Which Dr. Jackie would tell you after, once you hit your 30s, it becomes even harder to get pregnant. So I get why she wants to go meet with a fertility doctor and figure this stuff out. But he's dragging his feet on it. If she was 20-something, I would be like, okay. But she is knocking on 40's door. Tracy says, wait, did I see the likes correctly? 817 in the room and 238 likes. Wow. I'm shocked too. Guys, liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but also other channels that talk about similar topics, reality TV, 90 Day Fiancé, Real Housewives, pop culture news. So be sure to like the video if you haven't already. Okay. And I get it. Sometimes you start watching something and you forget. It's all right. We forgive you. So Bilal and Shida, their big storyline this season is she wants to have a baby. They've moved on from the fight with his ex-wife to now she brings him to a store. They think they're going furniture shopping, and then they end up in the baby store, the baby portion of this store. And she's like, I want to have children. But he's like, slow down. Let's enjoy each other. And part of me gets what Bilal is saying, but I don't feel like Bilal has any intention of having a baby with this woman. I don't. Because she's like, I'm about to be 40. And she's like, I need to go meet with a fertility doctor. He's like, I don't think we need to meet with a fertility doctor. Yes, you do. Because you need to also know what you're dealing with. I get you don't want to rush into having a baby because you want to enjoy your wife. You want to travel. You want to do things. Okay. But if the doctor tells you, well, these are the circumstances. Here are your issues. Here are her issues. So just think about that. I didn't want to forget about Bilal and Shida this week. But there really wasn't a lot to talk about in regards to them. Again, their big storyline this season is that she wants to get pregnant and she's put it in a prenup, but that doesn't mean anything because there really are no consequences. But according to her, this episode, he's going to have to pay up. How much is he going to pay you, Shida? I think he gets away with a lot with her. He's like, okay, but I feel like he manipulates her a lot and she's easily manipulated. Drama in the Twitch live chat, we see you. Drama says he's probably getting a lot of DMs of being on TV and rethinking if he wants to be with her. Damn. I wouldn't be surprised. We were just talking about Adam Levine, which we will get to in a second. But let me move on because there's a lot to cover here. Okay? All I have to say about Andre and Liz, I don't care about the brother storyline. I don't care about their storyline. Why are they here? But I will give them a compliment. She has a nice voice. I was anyone else completely shocked by Libby's voice? I was like, oh, girl can actually sing. I don't know if she should lean into doing kid tunes and lullabies and no, girl, go do yourself a pop song. I'll buy it. I'll stream it. She had a nice voice. That's all I have for that couple this week. I don't care about Andre's conversation with Libby's mom. I don't care about this whole family drama. They are so pre-produced. They are so forced. I'm so shocked that they're back again because I don't care. But she has a nice voice. She has a nice voice. I'm going to be honest. Libby has a nice voice. We didn't get any Jovi and Yara this week, but next week they're going to be talking about everything that's happening in the Ukraine. So that should be interesting. Okay, let me go to this couple. Yes, they're back. Angela and Michael are back. But you know what I'm so excited about? What am I excited about, y'all? We're going to Nigeria. Angela is going to Nigeria. Not Angela and Kimberly. Kimberly's already in Nigeria. But Angela, in pure Angela form, is yelling at Michael in this episode because it's his birthday, and now she's talking about she feels like he's using her. No, they're using each other. They probably plot and plan their storyline for the season. I don't believe that Michael's using her. I believe they are benefiting from being on this show. She's making money. He's making money. He asked her for $5,000 in order for him to take down his Instagram. She still thinks that he's cheating. He probably is cheating. He's in Nigeria. She's all the way in Georgia. He doesn't need Instagram, Angela, to cheat on you. Let's be real. Even though she's blocked on his Instagram. This is their storyline, but I'm not going to lie. Angela still makes me laugh when I see her on this damn show because she's a mess. She's a mess. Will she go to Canada first, or will she go to Nigeria first? Because as you know, she has her other, I don't want to say boo because she's married. I don't want to say that. But I wonder if she'll go to Canada first, or maybe she'll go to Nigeria first. I'm just here for the traveling. I feel like we get to travel. When they travel outside, I'm like, yes, I like this part of the show. Let's travel. Let's go somewhere. Hold on. Let me actually put this in my phone, TikTok. Hold on, y'all. There we go. I just wanted to make sure that you guys don't, lose anything. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate everyone watching on multiple platforms. This is our Tuesday Takeover. All right. Oh, Ashley says he called to talk about that visa when he called back. Because remember, the attorney said at any time this visa could go through. But they've been waiting for a very long time. Certain countries takes a lot longer to approve the visas to come to the U.S. because of a lot of fraud. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. Silly Rabbit says, Kempire make me laugh so hard and always make my day brighter. Love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me get to the super chats. I apologize, everyone sending a super chat. We appreciate you. Hold on. Julie, you sent a lot of super chats. Let me read Julie's super chats. Thank you so much, Julie, for the super chat. She says she's in it for the money. DNA, Victoria should run. Damn. Julie also says, sidebar again, never cared for John, the brother, but love him on Pillow Talk. Yes, I was just watching Pillow Talk for Happily Ever After. John, Patrick's brother. Angela's still gross. She has a double standard. She's a mess. Oh, God. Hold on. Thank you for another super chat, Julie. Julie says, sidebar, Iceland and Egypt are amazing. Heading out for 16 days to France, Turkey, and Greece. Enjoy wherever you are or wherever you're going. But Iceland is number one, in my opinion. Oh, it's not Iceland, but thank you. Wow. Okay. And one other super chat from Julie. Thank you, Julie. Julie says, I know you want to move on, but people watch it. 90 Day Fiancé UK? Is that what you were telling me? Okay. Melinda, thank you so much for the super chat. Melinda says, stop front, Kemp. You know you love Giselle's fashions. If I loved Giselle's fashions, I would tell you guys, to be honest with you. I told you that I loved Brooks's reunion look, and all of you said, eh. But it's okay. Okay. Look. Oh, wait.
Lies! The lie!
I'm sorry. Sweet Cherry, thank you so much for the super chat. Sweet Cherry says, loving the coral on you, Kempire. That color really suits you. Thank you. And I literally changed it right before the live. Because if you watch my videos, I had a completely different shirt on. Silly Rabbit, thank you so much for the super chat. Silly Rabbit says, so excited I finally caught you live. Love you, Kempire. Number one, my fave. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. We appreciate that. Thank you for all of the love. It is greatly appreciated, guys. We have almost 900 people in the building watching on YouTube alone. We have multiple people watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and behind the scenes on TikTok. We appreciate you all being here as well. All right, so back to this. Let me focus, all right? So back to 90 Day Fiancé. So we have, okay, again, Big Ed. I thought we were canceling Big Ed. But Big Ed and Liz are playing out this whole situation that he's jealous. And next week, she makes it seem like he is insinuating that she needs to lose weight. Him, of all people, Big Ed is insinuating someone needs to lose weight. There are so many couples on Happily Ever After this season that I'm just like, why did you guys bring these people back? They're not interesting at all. At all. Oh my God, it's Elijah from 90 Day Before the 90 Days. Love you, Kim. Thank you so much. I remember you. I also remember your friend who was fired. You got any tea on that? How's she doing? Thank you. All right, back to this. Wow, I didn't. Mind you, I normally don't see every comment, but I saw that one. I just can't get over. Okay, let me move on because I don't want to talk about couples that I really don't have a lot to say because they're not offering me anything. So Big Ed and Liz, I don't care. You are the one leading this petition to have him removed from the show. Now you're engaged to the man, and now you're playing. You both wanted to be famous. Whatever. All right. Jenny and Sumit. Let's talk about Jenny and Sumit. Honestly, I don't know if I love India more, and that's why I don't mind watching Jenny and Sumit. The fact they went on their honeymoon and we're going to see a different part of the world on their honeymoon, beautiful. But I believe in Jenny and Sumit's love. I don't care how many of you think I'm crazy. But I believe in Jenny and Sumit's love. But I also feel that Sumit is not 100%. I believe that Sumit is a liar because he's lied to her multiple times. I also don't understand that relationship, but like I said, you like it, I love it, your relationship. The damn man at the front desk when they checked in for their honeymoon was like, if it was me, my parents would disown me. They did disown Sumit. But Sumit's now talking about he needs to go to work. Sumit, between Jenny's Social Security and what you guys make off of this show, you are living quite well in India. You have 2 places in India. Now you're on this fancy schmancy honeymoon. I think this is a storyline. It's screaming storyline. Sumit's like, oh, now I want to get back to work. And Jenny's like, you don't need to work. I could be your sugar mama. She didn't say that, but basically, she's like, I'm getting my full benefits. Okay. When she mentions her full benefits, I was like, don't let him use your benefits. But they've been using each other. They make quite a coin from being on this show, but also their Instagram promos and CAMEO, and they're living quite well versus what they were probably living like here in the States. They're doing well over there in India. So I'm not really worried about them, but I get why they're still on this show. Are we over Jenny and Sumit at this point? I thought once they got married, be one and done. But I'm still somewhat interested. I'm more interested in Jenny and Sumit and what's playing out with them now than I am when it comes to Big Ed or Andre. I don't care about them at all. And maybe because they're not traveling and they're just here in the States. Maybe if they were in a different part of the world, I'd be like, I'm interested. No, Yara and Jovi, not interested. I'm a little interested because we have the Ukraine portion of their story coming up. So that part to me is more interesting because it's real. Like you can't deny what's happened. There's a war happening over in Ukraine. Are there people denying that there's a war in Ukraine? There's always one fool that'll be like, it's not real. It's propaganda. Really? But they also said COVID was propaganda, but here we are. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. Really, Silly Rabbit says, I'm sending super chats because I never catch a live. Thanks, Kempire, for all the hard work. Thank you so much, Silly Rabbit. And thank you for this super chat. Silly Rabbit says, oh, wait, no, this was a super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. I love the super stickers. They're so cute. That's why I have to keep my other window open so I can see them because on here I can. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly reality TV recap, reality TV news, and pop culture news. So I want to move on because there's a lot more to cover. I will be posting the call-in link so you guys can weigh in on some of these shows and hot topics. All right. Who did I not talk about here? Oh, how was I going to forget? Because they were the best part of this episode. But did you guys catch them smirking when Usman's friend was trying to tell him how it works for him and his wives? Because Kimberly said that she's okay with him taking on another wife. Now, all of a sudden, Soulja Boy is like, maybe 3 and 4. She's like, I didn't sign up for 3 and 4. And at first, when I saw them smirking, I was like, oh, this is a plot that Todd set up for the bull. But her reaction towards the end where she walks away and she's upset and she's crying, either she's a really great actress or this is real. I still love Kimberly. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what anyone says. I still enjoy her on this show. And I still feel for her. But Kimberly, what are you doing with Usman? He does not want you. Do you think they will go as far as to get married? Do you think that we're going to see... have we seen a throuple? I mean, that's not what they would call it in Nigeria. But have we seen that on this show? I can never remember. Elephant brain, help me. Let me say thank you. Again, thank you, Silly Rabbit, for the super chat. Julie, thank you so much for the another super chat. Julie says, I love Debbie now. I hope it works out. Wait, Debbie on 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life? I'm behind. That the new season 3 is now available on Discovery Plus. Andrea, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel as well. All right. Guys, we have almost 1,000 people watching on YouTube alone. Like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. I will drop the call-in link once we get to 500 likes. Let's get to 500 likes and I'll drop the call-in link. But I still have a lot to unpack here. So, Kimberly, I don't know what's going on with this, but by the end of this episode, she's having a breakdown because she is like, I did not sign up for multiple wives. And you told me that as the number one wife, all your love and affection goes to me. But I don't think she understood what Usman's friend was saying. He was basically saying, you're supposed to make them feel like they're all equal, but you can still show the most love to Kimberly. But she was not having it. She was like, you're supposed to give me the love. Rakita says Discovery Plus needs to run Kempire's money. The way I promote their shows, right? It's okay. It's all right. I love the shows. If I didn't love the shows, I wouldn't talk about the shows. I mean, there's a couple shows that I talk about that I don't love. Hey, Carlos. Okay. But I do it for you guys because you love it. Oh, have we seen the ratings for Love and Marriage Huntsville this week? All right, let's move on from 90 Day Fiancé. I do want to make a little sidebar, though. I started getting into House of Dragon on HBO Max. They're not paying me, but they should. Are you watching House of Dragon? Oh, it's good. It's good. It's the prequel to Game of Thrones. And if you never watched Game of Thrones, you don't have to watch Game of Thrones to understand what's happening in House of Dragon. But House of Dragon is good. And Daenerys, when you see Daenerys' ancestors, then you're like, oh, I see where she got this level of badassery from. It's good. It's very, very good. I'm behind, though. I'm behind like 2 or 3 episodes. I only watched the first 2 episodes, but it is incredibly good. And now I understand why HBO is struggling with the money. So they can't run me a check because they had to put all their money into this show. It's good, though. I'm enjoying it. If you're part of the replay crew, I want to know your thoughts on 90 Day Fiancé UK, 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, and are you watching House of Dragon on HBO Max? And if you are, what are you loving it? And I know a lot of you are saying, Kempire, you never did a live talking about Down in the Valley with the Girl. P-Valley. I know. Just so much things are happening. We'll have to eventually get down in the valley. Eventually. Just so many things. So many meetings that I'm having. So many emails that I'm trying to remember to respond to. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. But a good lot. Kenzie says Gossip Girl on HBO Max is so underrated. And I used to love Gossip Girl. I know. Go figure. Maybe because it's based in New York. I haven't watched it. Is it really good? I got to make time to watch shows that I don't have to recap. Okay? Sometimes when I'm watching these other shows, I'm like, I can't, keep up with other stuff. Rick Rick Star says, and it's the House of Dragon Kempire. House of the Dragon. Oh, sorry. 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 Y'all know what I meant, though.
Now get out of here. I'm joking.
House of the Dragon. Is it House of the Dragon? Wait a second. Because sometimes y'all like to say stuff and believe that it's 100%. Oh, it is. Okay. I wanted to make sure because sometimes y'all say things and I just take you for your word. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me just make sure. Oh, exactly. Mika says, we renamed the show. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. All right, let's move on because there's so much to cover. So I just wanted to mention to you guys that I've been watching House of Dragon. Let me open my notes. I've been doing this live and I didn't even open my notes. Oh, sidebar. Okay, now we can get into some of the hot topics. We'll start off with this. The Queen's funeral. We didn't get a chance yesterday to talk about the Queen's funeral. But one of the things that I wanted to, first of all, rest in peace to the Queen, Queen Elizabeth. But have you guys noticed the stories in the media's coverage of this? It felt less about the Queen and more about Meghan Markle, more about King Charles III, more about what Kate Middleton is wearing, how they paid ode to her with their fashion and their jewelry. And then, of course, people trying to demonize Meghan Markle. Look, I'm not saying that Meghan Markle's innocent, but I also don't think she's as bad as some of these people try to make her out to be. Just saying. But we had to talk. We didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday. But since it's Tuesday Takeover, yesterday, all of England were, celebrating the life of Queen Elizabeth as, she was put to rest. Foxy says, I saw it. It was beautiful. Yeah. I just realized we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I wanted to talk about it. And of course, Meghan Markle was there with Prince Harry. And there's all kinds of stories that are coming out in regards to, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry trying to make peace with King Charles. There are all kinds of media reports about how King Charles, people are really trying to take down King Charles and pull out the narrative that he's this other person. Like, the takedown of King Charles has begun. I mean, there's video footage of him being very interesting to people that work for him. Okay? All right, let me take a sip from my coldest water bottle. And if you haven't already, why haven't you gotten your coldest water bottle? Why haven't you? Head on over to coldest.com, but don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off of your order. They have water bottles in multiple colors, multiple sizes, but they also have things for your pets. They have pillows. They have sheets now. Head on over to coldest.com and don't forget to use the discount code KEMP for 1% off, for 10% off of your order. Right? More information is available in the description of this video. All right. Patricia says Meghan and Harry can't wait to leave England. I'm sure because just the logistical mess that it is, the responsibility, even though they've stepped down as senior royals, they still have to show up because of what the media will say about them. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about the Queen. Can we talk about this Tory Lanez and August Alsina story? I didn't cover this story at all because Tory Lanez, the Napoleon complex. Did you guys notice in my thumbnail? Did you notice what I put on top of his head? Did you notice I also made him quite shorter than everyone else? Because I've said this before on my podcast about Tory Lanez. As you know, he's still facing this lawsuit, criminal legal situation with Megan Thee Stallion. Now, according to our friends over at, hold on, let me pull up the article. According to our friends over at Ace Showbiz, the LAPD is now investigating this situation because according to August Alsina, the singer, he's saying that he was sucker punched by Tory Lanez, and he posted the photos. I'm not sharing the photos here because they were disgusting. There's also video footage of, you don't see Tory Lanez hit him, but you see what happens leading up to it, and then you don't see him actually hit him. You just hear commotion, and then him seemingly running away. You know, running away. Well, Tory Lanez over the weekend kept denying that this even ever happened. Of course. So he stopped by DJ Academic's platform and denied it again. Okay? So they report this. They said on Sunday, September 18, DJ Academics called Tory to discuss August Alsina's claims, debunking the accusations that the Say It rapper declared. Nothing happened. He further said, I don't even know what the kid is talking about. But there were so many people in that video. You're not telling me that someone didn't see something, including August Alsina's people, his own entourage. And apparently this attack was over the fact that August Alsina didn't dap Tory Lanez. He probably didn't see you. He probably didn't see you. Hold on. April says, I believe August. Tory is a violent man. Crystal says Tory was on a phone call with Academics on live and said he didn't do it. He's been saying it a couple of times over the weekend. And then he did this phone call on Sunday with DJ Academics denying that even happened. I believe August Alsina. August Alsina hasn't been known to be a liar. You know who's, I mean, we don't know for sure if he's lying about the Meghan situation, but he's questionable, Tory. Why is Tory Lanez wreaking havoc on us Americans? That's the first thing that came to my mind. We're going to send him back to Canada. Canada, I'm sorry. We appreciate you. Canadians are so nice. My gosh. Oh my goodness. Morgan says, are y'all dumb? I hope you're not calling us dumb. She says it's on video. Well, here's the thing though. I saw the video. You don't see the actual punch. At least that's not the video I saw. The video I saw, you see everything leading up to it, what the commotion, but you don't see the leprechaun. I mean, damn. Coming for him. Says, can we deport him? And why is he wreaking havoc on America? The Megan Thee Stallion criminal situation has been pushed back yet again. And all of you, well, not all of you, let's let the legal situation play out, because people like to debate that this ever happened to Megan Thee Stallion. And now we have Tory Lanez saying the same thing with the August Alsina situation. So August did that to himself? I mean, anything's possible, but I believe August. Who believes August? Let me know in the chat. Guys, we will drop the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts on some of these hot topics that we're talking about, and 90 Day Fiancé, 90 Day Fiancé UK, 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, all of that. All right, let's move on. Let's move on because there's just so much to talk about. Where do I want to? Okay, let's get into, oh my God. Let's talk about this man, Adam Levine. So yesterday, I reported that self-proclaimed Instagram model Sumner Stroh took to her TikTok to claim that she had an affair, a year-long affair with Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine. Adam Levine is breaking his silence this morning in a statement to TMZ in regards to this. But let me just remind you what was happening yesterday in regards to what Sumner was trying to say. So Sumner basically says in this Instagram video, the only reason why she's coming out is because a friend of hers who she had shared this information with was going to sell the story to a tabloid. All right. She was going to share this information to a tabloid. She posts the receipts, her conversation with Adam Levine. At one point, Adam Levine in the conversation is like, "You're 50 times hotter in person, and so am I." He literally laughs at that. So he says that, but here's the kicker in that story. If that story wasn't bad enough, yes, we know all these celebrities caught in cheating. He's been caught cheating before. People are also turning on Bahati, his wife, who was pregnant with their third child, saying that you get him how you lose him how you get him. Because apparently that's how their relationship started too, allegedly. So Adam Levine is now breaking his silence in regards to this and oh wait, I forgot the kicker. Wait, rewind. Here's the kicker of that story that Sumner dropped. She says, and she shows the proof where he sends a message to her basically saying, we're about to have a baby if it's a boy. We're going to name it Sumner if that's okay. Dead serious. What in the... Really? And then someone in my comment section, when I covered that video, said, well, this happened to someone I know too. And here's the thing. Before I get into what Adam Levine is saying now in a statement, here's the thing. Only the person that will know the truth is his wife and him. Because if at any chance he mentioned, oh, maybe if it's a boy, we'll name the boy Sumner. Because you have these conversations in relationships, right? You have these conversations in relationships, and Bahati, you know the truth. Bahati, if that is the situation, I hope whatever prenup you have, you're revising it. I hope that you are setting up your FU fund. She got 3 babies by this man. She's pregnant right now. Look, poor thing has to deal with this drama right now. And was Sumner clout chasing? Probably. Did she take any ownership in her video on TikTok? No. So this is what Adam Levine is saying to TMZ in regards to these cheating rumors. He says this, okay? I used poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than my wife in any kind of flirtatious manner. I did not have an affair. I did not sleep with this woman. Sorry. I did not have an affair. Nevertheless, I crossed the line during a regrettable period of my life. He goes on and says, in certain instances, it became inappropriate. I have addressed that and taken proactive steps to remedy this with my family. Really? When did you? Yesterday? He then says, my wife and my family is all I care about in this world. To be this naive and stupid enough to risk the only thing that truly matters to me was the greatest mistake I could ever make. I will never make it again. I take full responsibility. We will get through it, and we will get through it together. Okay. So Adam and Bahati have been together since 2012. 10 years. They did split briefly in May of 2013, but announced their engagement a couple of months later. They tied the knot the following year. They've gone on to have 2 kids together, a 5-year-old, Dusty Rose, and 4-year-old, Gio Grace. Here's the thing, though. At no point in this apology did you deny the whole asking her about naming your child Sumner if it was a boy. And what about in that conversation, you're 50 times hotter in person, which says to me you met this woman in person. You're saying that you just flirted with this woman on IG, basically. No, you guys met each other in person. Sumner, drop your receipts. Has she dropped any more receipts? Sumner, you might need to drop more receipts. But obviously, Sumner was keeping these screen caps for a reason. She's not so naive at 23. Not so naive at 23. Oh, Sumner. But she's a self-proclaimed IG model. Now I'm sure she's got quite a few more followers. Now she's got her claim to fame. But again, a lot of you have criticized Adam and Bahati, saying, alleging, I don't know if this is necessarily true, that's how they got together. He was dating someone else and they got together. Well, I mean, things happen. They've been together ever since, 10 years later. But is Sumner the first woman that he's flirted with or talked inappropriately with? I doubt it. And a lot of you are like, why would you use your own verified account? Why not a Finster? Because as you saw in the Instagram messaging, he's a narcissist. He is very into himself. In one comment, he's giving her a compliment. You're 50 times hotter in person, and so am I? What man says that? Oh, Adam. I really didn't expect this. But then again, I don't really think that much about Adam Levine. His statement to TMZ that he may have crossed the line. I used poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than my wife in any flirtatious manner, but I did not have an affair. How do you define an affair? How do you define an affair? That would be my question. Because Sumner, did you guys sleep together? If they were having this flirtation for a year and they did meet in person, I believe they slept together. What do you guys believe? All right. Cherie says he gave himself a compliment. I could never be with anyone like that. Very much like we were talking about the guy from Iran on 90 Day Fiancé UK, where he kept on looking at himself in the mirror. I could never date anyone that so into themselves. I could not. I really could not. I have not been watching 90 Days Single Life yet. I started episode 1. 90 Days Single Life is available on Discovery Plus right now. They're not paying me, but they should. All right. Oh, Silly Rabbit says, is the story true about Tory Lanez, or is Alsina promoting his skincare line? Look, I mean, we shall see. The LAPD are investigating the August Alsina allegations against Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez has said multiple times it never happened. But why would August come up with this story and show these graphic photos of himself getting sucker punched? Okay. Rakita says, it's Adam's problem. He's the married party. Well, that part. Okay, let me just say thank you. We got quite a few super chats. Again, Andrea, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Mario, thank you so much for the super chat. Mario says, Kempire, he's reading out of the book of cheaters. My ex-husband said the same thing. I'm sorry to hear that your ex-husband cheated on you. I can't even imagine what that feels like. Julie, thank you so much for another super chat. She says, going to be part of the replay crew. And yes, Debbie from Happily Ever After. Oops. Done with my husband's contributions. Kimberly is a fool. Thank you, Julie. We appreciate you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says, let's not forget Adam is the one who married Pygmishas. Wait, Pygmishas? I mean, ladies. Always capping for a man who clearly did wrong. People in the chat. Ooh. Oh, she's coming for y'all. All right. Kat, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. And beautiful photo. Okay. And y'all, look at these beautiful women that are watching me. Hey, beautiful women. Thank you, Ashley, for the super chat. Ashley says, Kemp, have you seen the trailer for 90 Day Single Life? Ashley, have you seen the show? There's 3 episodes, I believe, available on Discovery Plus for season 3. So I'm not sure if you've seen that. Guys, we have over 1,100 people here for our Tuesday Takeover. Tuesday Takeover happens every single Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook, Twitch and Twitter, the Kempire, and Backstage, hey Backstage, on TikTok at the Kempire. Be sure to follow me on there as well. And don't forget, tomorrow we are going to have our watch party on TikTok exclusively tomorrow night to watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. Let's get into Beverly Hills. And then I'm going to drop the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts on some of the hot topics that we talked about. And this time, I'm just going to share the link for Royal Court members first, and then I'm going to drop it in the live chat. So let me just do that now, because y'all know I'm no producer in the studio, so I need to do this myself. So let me just drop this call-in link for Royal Court members first. And then I want to get into the story. So I did a story earlier today talking about Kathy Hilton. All right. I don't know if you guys saw the story that I did on Kathy Hilton, but there is someone accusing Kathy Hilton and her team of trying to change the narrative of what is going to play out on past episodes and current episodes that are about to come out. All right. Let me just drop this call-in link for the Royal Court members first. Hold on. Okay. Shout out to our Royal Court members. I've dropped the call-in link there. Back to this. All right. So the video that I posted earlier, they alluded that Kathy Hilton at the reunion had her PR there, her attorney, and things like that. And that past episodes, and you Bravo investigators are going to be really good at making sure and going back and looking at past episodes in regards to Kathy Hilton. Because they're saying that her lawyers and PR people are overseeing all of the footage. And that's part of the reason why the cast were not allegedly able to see the last 3 episodes before they filmed the reunion a couple of weeks ago. Because of Kathy Hilton. And I know what some of you are saying, oh, they wouldn't give her that amount of power. This is a lie that Lisa Rinna set up for the bullish. Very possible. I believe other housewives, including Kyle Richards, have influence over editing. I do believe that. No matter how they try to downplay, I don't think they have power over everything, but I do believe that they have influence. So that's the story they're saying now about Kathy Hilton. And I'm not surprised because you know they've been up Kathy Hilton's butt since last season and how everyone reacted to Kathy Hilton and all the love that she got for being quirky and weird on the show. But you remember at that reunion, why would they have a friend does backyard as their set? Nothing happened in Kathy Hilton's backyard that was so tremendous that they needed to make it her backyard, the reunion set. Well, now Bravo has created a literal monster because according to Your Moms Are Watching on Instagram, they're saying that Kathy and her team are making sure everything is edited favorably. Allegedly. And look, I believe it. I don't think any of us thought Kathy Hilton was innocent. We do believe that Lisa Rinna and Erica Jane wanted to distract from people hating them and turn the hate on to Kathy Hilton. And Kyle Richards, reportedly, takes all the blame at the reunion in order to save her family because people like Paris Hilton have been shading her online for how her mother's being treated on this show. And Kyle doesn't want the family to break up the way that it did recently. So she is trying to save face and takes all the blame about Aspen, allegedly, during this reunion. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I agree. I agree. Gene says, I'm on no one's side, but I will forever side-eye Rinna. Same. Same. Let me take a sip. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, Drama says on Twitch, she says, OMG, loving House of the Dragon. Okay? House of Dragon. I'm renaming it. Hey, Jackie, watching on Facebook. I see you guys. Drama also says Kathy needs to know one day you're in, the next day you're out. She's about to be out. Well, according to Your Moms Are Watching, for those that are wondering whether or not Kathy Hilton will return for another season, she's saying yes. And she'll return in her quirky role as a friend of. But Bravo, unless she signed a 2-year contract and she's locked in, I don't see the reason in bringing her back. She's going to cause you more trouble than anything. But now let's talk about this. Let me bring this up because I almost forgot to talk about this stupidity. Lisa Rinna over the weekend said this on her Instagram story, which a lot of people are saying, okay, all these signs of Lisa Rinna and the breakdown are showing us that Lisa Rinna might not be coming back for another season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She says, Sunday truths. I'm like the LeBron James of Housewives at this point. You can't afford to lose me. And we're all like, look, and I said this before, Lisa Rinna wouldn't be the first person I get rid of from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But if Lisa Rinna was to go, I don't think Beverly Hills would be at a loss. We saw that at the top of the season. They were still getting views when we had episodes without Rinna. And she got in her feelings about it. And she's like, I wish they would show more about my grieving process. She's been showing cracks in the surface for a while now during this season. But the LeBron James of Housewives, I beg to differ. If I was to pick the LeBron James, no matter how you feel about Nene Leakes, she is the LeBron James of Housewives. Because Real Housewives, a lot of people will say, Real Housewives of Atlanta has not been the same since Nene left. But very much like Nene, she started feeling herself and felt like the show couldn't move on without her. And they clearly have. So if we can move on without Nene, who is the LeBron James of Housewives, we can definitely move on without you, Lisa Rinna. Just saying. She crazy.
Lies! The lie!
Oh my gosh. All right. We have already quite a few people backstage. If you are a Royal Court member of the channel, I've already dropped the call-in link on the community tab on YouTube. I need to take a little bit of a break before we start taking callers, but I'm also going to drop the call-in link. Let me drop the call-in link next for Team Kempire members too. Hold on. Let me just do that now. If you're a Team Kempire member, I'm going to drop that too for you. And then I'm going to drop it for the general audience. Okay. So if you're a Team Kempire member, I've dropped it there for you. All right. And now I'm going to drop it for the general audience. And we're going to take some quick callers. Did I talk about everything that I wanted to talk about? We talked about camping. We talked about, yeah, we did. Look at us. Look at us. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of a commercial break, and we will be right back to take callers to talk about all the things for Tuesday Takeover, reality TV recaps. But callers, be brief, because it's also lunchtime. All right. I'll be right back, y'all. What? Child. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Before we start taking callers, guys, thank you for your patience. We're going to start taking callers. If you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. Replay crew, as always, I want to know where you're watching from and what you thought of 90 Day Fiancé, 90 Day Fiancé UK, Happily Ever After, and this pop culture news. Tory Lanez, Adam Levine, Kathy Hilton, okay? All right, so let's start taking some callers. And if you are a member of the channel, I've already posted the call link on the community tab, and I've posted the call-in link in the live chat, but I will do it one more time. But after I do it this one time, I'm not doing it again, just because I got things to do. I have stories to cover, all right? All right, so let's get to some of these callers, okay? All right. Rakita's Closet's backstage. What's going on, Rakita?
Hey, Kim. So I'm calling because of Adam. I mean, I'm gonna make it real quick.
Adam Levine.
Yes, because it's real easy. I wish we will stop going I mean, not me, going after the unmarried party when it comes to infidelity. Because I promise you, if my husband cheats, flirts, or does anything inappropriate, the first thing I'm gonna do is go get my shovel and start digging. The second thing I'm going to do is curse him out and deal with him, because he is the one who made the commitment to me. He is the only person that has obligated to respect and love and cherish me. Any other heifer that he mess with, cheat with, or whatever, she's not obligated to me. I'm going to curse you out, and then you're going to go missing. And that's it. I don't care about the girl. All right, that's it. What?
Rakita, I just don't want this for you. I hope your husband never cheats, because they might use this video footage against you.
No, he knows.
No.
He knows. And that's why I know he loves his life and he don't want to go up missing. So he gonna do the right thing. Because he know you was out any day now. You were out. That's all right. He all right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rakita.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Y'all see what the disclaimer scrolling, right? Just saying, I will have no parts. All right? All right. In My Opinion's backstage. We're going to bring In My Opinion up. What's going on, In My Opinion?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
You know, I'm blessed by the best. Let me tell you, Kempire, I second the comments of Rakita. My husband already knows I'm on Reddit every time, and I stay in Alabama, and our gun laws is intact. So if I shoot him, he ain't got to worry about it. But let me tell you something. Here's the thing, okay? And I think this is the sad part. I think people don't take marriage as serious as they should anymore. Like when you stand at that altar and you say, this is the person that I'm going to love, cherish, and be with for the rest of my life, that should mean something to you. You should value those vows. Like you're standing there saying, through sickness and health, for richer, for poor. So they telling you everything. Like they really laying it out for you. So if you're not ready to commit, don't stand there and lie to me. Okay?
But why do so many people do?
Why-
They get up there and they make those commitments.
Hey, say the lies for your mama, because I ain't got it, okay? I'm telling you, I ain't built like that, okay? They don't build us like that in the South. And then let me tell you one last thing on this Kathy Hilton. Kathy Hilton family has always had a negative thing that follows them. I think it's best for Bravo to revamp Beverly Hills, because this has been a very traumatic season watching it. It has been hurtful to a lot of people. A lot of different communities have been hurt by this. I think they need to revamp it. It's a lot of them that can go. And I'll be happy, because reality TV has changed so much that it's so toxic and it's so draining. And the shows that we love to watch is wrecking our mental health now. So I'm going to tell you, whenever you get to the point where you can't watch it anymore, because the last few episodes I have not been able to watch, because I just do not want to put myself through the torture of watching them. I think Erica needs to see a doctor immediately, because she thinks she's getting away with murder. She's not. Okay, they're going to stay on your behind until they get their money. Okay, I'm just telling you, pay your bills. Okay, pay these people. You sat there in your marriage as a wife. You bear your spouse's burdens when you get married.
Mm.
So pay them damn people. You spent that money. You enjoyed the life of luxury while you was married to them. Now you want to say they ain't my responsibility. Pay them people.
Mm.
They your responsibilities. They was your husband's responsibility. He used that money to take care of you. Now you need to use your money that's in your bank account and pay these folks.
Mm.
I'm just so tired of Bravo protecting people because, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it. This is not reflecting Kempire. These are not his views, but they always protect these people that are of the certain color. And I ain't gonna say the color, but they protect those.
I mean,
And then
that might be my view too.
people of color, we get treated like crap. They'll give us the worst contracts, give us the worst deals. They put us through the ringer. Every year, Beverly Hills get these expensive blowouts for their season. And then Atlanta and Potomac being two of their top black shows, they don't get that much exposure. They don't get that much attention to their stuff. And it's unfair and we seeing it.
Mm.
And I'm gonna stay on y'all behinds.
Ooh.
But I love you, Kim.
Thank you so much, in my opinion, for calling in, per usual.
Okay. You have a blessed day
You
and go
too.
get you something to eat.
I'm going to try. Okay, bye. All right, guys, we're going to continue to take some more callers, but let me just say thank you. We had a couple of super chats. Drea, thank you so much for the super chat. Drea says, hi, Kempire. I finally called a lie, sending love, positive energy from the UK. Thank you so much. Sending it right back to you, Drea. And Sister on the Move, I hope you are feeling better. Thank you for the super chat. She says, I'm so happy to hear, in my opinion. Me too. Me too. Glad to see her back here in our caller section. We're going to get to some more callers, guys. But here's the thing. In regards to the Erica stuff, and I've said this before during our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recaps, I see that Erica's winning some of these lawsuits. I don't care. She can win every single lawsuit. It's everything that's played out on the show that has turned fans against Erica Jane. It's her lack of empathy. It's her disgusting behavior, like this last episode, wearing the earrings that were bought with client money. It's like an FU to anyone that was friends with her, that defended her. It's a slap in the face to the victims of your husband. Like, you can win every single case. Doesn't change the fact that you're still a horrible person. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Kari's backstage. We're going to bring her up for a short and shady comment. What's going on, Kari? Kari.
Hey, Kim, can you go to the person next to me? I'm changing my son's pants.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bye. All right, Anastasia, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Anastasia?
Hello, how are y'all doing today?
We are great. How are you?
I'm fine. So I'm gonna make this real quick and sweet. Well, I lied. It ain't gonna be sweet.
Oh.
I watched the 90-day shows faithfully, and I just want to say, like, I don't even know how to describe it. I'd rather watch the 90-day shows than the Housewives.
I mean, the ratings
I'm not gonna
reflect
lie.
that.
Like, I really rather watch the 90 days. Like, you got the single life, you got Happily Ever After, you got people who used to be on there doing pillow talk.
Yep.
It's 90 Day Fiance is really showing you different personalities of everybody on there. Mm-hmm. You see different personalities. I enjoy that. And you really should watch Single Life, honey. Please,
I mean, it's on my to-do.
Watch it.
It's on my to-do.
Please. I have watched every episode. I'm really caught up. So I really expect you gotta hurry up and get on there with Tim.
It's so much stuff though. You see, you said it yourself. There's UK, there's Happily Ever After, there's Pillow Talk, and now like I don't have enough time in the day.
They may have to come off of UK though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you don't like UK?
I love UK, but some of them relationships are like
cringy. I mean, that's my new fiance,
the little
though.
short woman and the man in the mirror is something just, like she even got jealous of her daughter running up and jumping in his arms. Did anybody else catch that like I did? I looked and I said,
that
my
was
husband
awkward.
said, your daughter can't do that to me. I'm glad you know that. I didn't appreciate that myself.
I didn't like that. I'm so glad someone else noticed that too. I was like, okay.
Yes. And she noticed it because she looked at him. So I just wanted to say, thank y'all for letting me call in. And
of course.
Hope I can get on that replay cruise.
Yes. Anastasia, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Bye. Well, I have to say this. 90 Day Fiancé ratings are pretty consistent, even though just a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how Real Housewives of Atlanta beat 90 Day, which was very like a big deal because 90 Day usually has solid performance and ratings. But I also think 90 Day, because of a lot of their stuff is being exposed as being very pre-produced, some people are starting to fall out of love with 90 Day, but we're getting so much content from the 90 Day franchise. So much content. All right. We'll take Anthony and then we'll bring Kari back up. What's going on, Anthony?
Hey, Kempire.
How you
Calling
doing?
from Los Angeles, California. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you. I wanted to address the Kathy Hilton situation.
Okay.
Now, this is just coming from me. I'm not going to speak on behalf of the LGBTQ plus community.
Mm-hmm.
As me being a gay Latino man, I do not care. Just because it's coming from Rinna, really, that's the main source. Who was she addressing the comment to? And everybody else that was there. We haven't heard anybody else speak yet on this. I don't know if they ever will speak on it. But I only seen Rinna making this a big deal. So for me, it's just like, I don't care. Plus, she's her friend
Anthony,
up. I
though,
don't really care about her.
There's one thing that I forgot to mention in my video this morning about this story. Did anyone notice that the text messages that they shared on the show were actually different than the ones that Lisa Rinna posted online from Kathy? So it
Right.
says to me that maybe this story might be true, that Kathy is trying to affect the editing.
You know what? Yeah. I didn't even catch that. Thank you. I'm going to look back on that. And then about the whole thing about her bringing a PR team and everybody else to the reunion.
Yeah.
I don't understand why she didn't start off with a life skills coach, a social media handler, to kind of teach her to not use these words. We don't do that at this time. I'm sure it was normalized back then when she was in her 20s and 30s. But in today's times, at 2022, we don't do that because we know what's right and we know what's wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying this because of her age and all, but I do think that would be best, not just trying to edit things out. Like, really?
Well, you know, the Bravo investigators, like I said before, according to this report, they're trying to edit even past episodes that have already aired. You know they're going to pick that up. Notice how it changed. But I told you guys last week, we heard Kathy speaking, but we wouldn't see her face during the play of the last episode. So it said to me like something editing is going on here.
I didn't even catch that too. I'm just going on and off of this whole season because this season has been trash and just mean and horrible, honestly.
I mean, a lot of people have been saying that.
I mean, it's true. It's just been so nasty and rude. Like, come on, just clean house and start over for the next season. Like, I'm just over this season already.
Right.
But that's all I have to say.
Thank you,
so
Anthony,
much,
for calling
Kempire.
in. Nice hearing from you.
Likewise.
Bye. All right. Well, we'll bring up Kari in a second. He brings up a really valid thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to cleaning house. So another story that I reported on yesterday in regards to the Real Housewives was about Real Housewives of New York and them, you know, the reboot. As you know, they have the reboot and they have this legacy show that's supposed to be happening. They also have Sonia Morgan and Countess Luann's show that's supposedly happening as well. They are looking for a new field producer here in New York that can manage difficult talent. That is in the description. But we hear that the reboot is falling apart. Like 3 ladies have dropped out. So now I don't see Bravo taking this risk of rebooting Beverly Hills. I don't see them. If they're going to reboot anything right now, it would be Dallas because it's not on air. The ratings for Beverly Hills are still very good. They're not going to reboot it. They're not. Just my thought, though. Okay, let me get to the callers. Let me bring up Kari. What's going on, Kari?
Hi, Kempire and the Kempets. I am ready. Kid has changed. He's about to take a nap. So I only want to say something about the Sumner and Adam situation. The last 2 callers, I want to say something to Summer. Summer, baby, the way you underestimate misogyny is funny to me. In 2 years, Adam Levine is going to be fine. Look at Kevin Hart. Still with his ribs, still touring, still making money. Meanwhile, that girl that he cheated with, exactly. And in 2 years' time, that's all you're going to be known as, is the girl that slept with that lady's husband. You said you thought you were in hell, so you decided to drag a pregnant woman down with you. You let her know her man ain't as perfect as she thinks he is. as she thinks he is. But what y'all fail to understand is a man being the married one does not absolve you of guilt or wrongdoing. It doesn't absolve you of the pain those kids will go through. You came out 4 days after that lady announced that she was pregnant, took screenshots as soon as the messages came in, made sure to post a provocative photo before you did the video, commenting link in bio underneath it. You had your friends commenting Victoria's Secret who on other pictures. You made a fake Instagram page harassing his wife, and you were posting TikToks to Maroon 5 songs whilst you were having the affair. Helen Keller can see Adam is wrong, but apparently it needs to be spelled out to some slow individuals that waiting on the sidelines, hoping a man breaks another woman's heart for you, makes you just as disgusting as him. And that harassing his wife, as if you not the harlot with the scarlet S sneaking around with a married man, is how some women end up with the Cardi B situation. But most of us know, sleeping soundly at night with the thought that a man is going to wake up one day and permanently change his kid's life and break their hearts for you, for y'all and y'all selfish desires, is demented. Now, I can't speak for all the mistresses in the world, but you specifically said you felt disgusted with your actions. And when I'm disgusted with things that I do, I gotta keep them to myself. I don't tell the whole world. I know you had the boo-boo face when Adam reduced you to nothing but a mistake publicly. Men say whatever they want in DMs to make you feel special, but the facts remain. If his wife decides to divorce him, she is getting half, while all you got was a red rag. I think y'all fail to realize saying you shouldn't blame the unmarried party is why so many women feel emboldened to do disgusting things with no care or concern for other women and then victimize themselves. Like, that's it.
That was a lot. All right, Kari, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem.
Yeah, I didn't realize all of that other little stuff, but I already knew that Miss Sumner wasn't completely innocent. And now this was maybe her last straw of getting back at the man. Maybe he had stopped messaging her. Let's see all the messages, Sumner. Let's see all of it. But like Rakita said, who's the married party here? So on some level, the larger responsibility should be on Adam's shoulders. But thank you, Kari, for that breakdown. All right, let's get to these last 4 callers. We got Yolissa backstage, we got Jamaican Barbie, we got Robin, and we got Brooklyn Star. No one else call in. It's lunchtime. All right, let's get back to some of the callers. Hold on. I'm going to break up Yolissa first. Hold on. What's going on, Yolissa? You're muted, Yolissa. You're muted. Are you there, Yolissa? I'm going to drop you down, Yolissa.
Oh, hey.
Oh, can you hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? No way.
Hi, hello.
Hello, can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Okay, Yolissa, I think there's a huge delay. So do me a favor, drop out and call back in, and we'll bring you back up, because it's not going to work if there's a delay, because there's a huge delay. All right, Jamaican Barbie, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Jamaican Barbie?
Hey, Kempire. How are you, love?
I'm well. How are you?
Chill, I'm good. So I saw the video with Sumner and I went goofy hunting. Like right after, went on my white girl TikTok page, I went goofy hunting. And then I went on my white girl Instagram, I went goofy hunting. This little girl, this is a different level of behavior that I've never seen from women who claim that they are exploited. Not only did she trigger people by saying she was exploited, because there were actually people who have been exploited, but I can confirm a lot of what Kari said, because I went goofy hunting and saw it for myself. Then on top of that, there were other girls who were stitching her video and saying, he's in my DMs too. I mentioned you in TikTok in one of them, so you could see it.
Oh, I didn't see that. I have to go back.
Yes. Okay. There are women coming out and saying he's in our DMs too. But this problem that I have is that he's in their DMs. But you're the only goofy ass who decided you were going to answer. And if you felt so upset, why didn't you go to his wife? You decided you were going to take your ass to the whole as Mary J. Blige's internet. That screams, I wanted to be his wife so bad. When I realized I could not be his wife, I decided I was going to do the next best thing and be the thotty of the internet. Congratulations, ma'am. You have joined the long list of women who have literally self-sacrificed their own self-worth for a man's ding-a-ling that wasn't even that good, allegedly. But If that's what she's going to do with her life, I wish her all the best. The only victim here is actually his wife and his kids. And as a fellow wife, I can agree with everybody else. If that was my husband, he's going 6 feet under the ground after I use the military and take every shit he owns. Bye, darling.
Bye, Jamaican Barbie. Jamaican Barbie. Don't be like Jamaican Barbie and cuss on my channel. All right. Let's see. Let me try Yulissa again. What's going on, Yulissa? Are you there, Yulissa? Is there a delay still? I don't hear you, Yulissa. Oh, Yulissa, I don't know what's going on, but I can't even hear you now. Try dropping out again and then see. We'll try one more time. Sometimes it happens. Look, Mary J. Blige internet. What did it become? Mary J. Blige's internet. All right. I'm here for it. Queen. All right. Let me bring up Robin. What's going on, Robin?
Hey, Kempire and everybody in the chat. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. Wow, I'm right in the middle of the takedown portion, and I don't want to take anybody down. Oh, by the way, whoever that was, I forgot who just called in. They looked like there was an extra step for me to get on, and I had to just move my screen up. There was another little something I had to click on.
Oh, okay.
But that's not okay. So, you know what we haven't talked about at all?
What?
Some of those new shows, the new talk shows.
Oh, well, we talked a little bit about last week. Like, what are your thoughts?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm not feeling Jennifer Hudson at all.
Okay.
I don't enjoy her.
Why?
You know what? She really put the nail in the coffin for me when she was the judge on The Voice. I felt like she tried to upstage everybody, and I didn't enjoy that. So I can really leave her. The Sherry Shepherd show is very, for me, I find it boring. And I think it's boring because she hasn't settled in to figure out how she wants to do her show. It looks like she's fighting the whole ghost of Wendy, quietly. But also, it looks very much like she's really taking every stand-up routine that she's ever had, modernizing it. And she really is just inserting a lot of her stand-up, it seems to me, as her show. And I also don't think she's a very good listener.
Oh.
Now, on the Carano show.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
I watched that, so you don't have to.
Thank you.
Because let me tell you, I was like, oh, this is very Maury Povich to me.
Well, he talked about that on Watch What Happens Live. That that's one of his influences.
Yeah, well, and it seemed like that. It seemed like it's skewed to a much younger audience, like somewhere between 18 and 29. It was very much reminding me of, I couldn't watch the whole thing because it was that Maury Povich, but it wasn't Jerry Springer to the point when, listen, my mother used to watch the Jerry Springer show, and I used to hear in the background, I used to hear somebody go, fight, fight. That was my mother. And so I had to make her stop watching it because I thought it was undignified.
And that was your mother.
Yep. So I think that Karamo could very easily slip into that space.
Really?
Easily. Yeah, and it was really sad for me because I find him sometimes more dignified than that.
Did you see him on Watch What Happens Live touching
but you know what?
Andy's crotch?
Karamo is a flirt. Did you ever see him when he was on Daily Pop?
No.
E-News Daily Pop. Okay. He did the little co-hosting thing, and him and Justin Sylvester. Oh my God, they flirted like crazy. They did share that they dated. They went out on a date or two. But he is very flirty. And then Andy Cohen is kind of a HEAUX.
Oh,
He is. You know how many of the men who have been on that show or have confessed to having made out with Andy Cohen? Andy Cohen is in the streets. I don't know, and that's all from what they say.
You see, man. Never mind. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna let you speak.
No, I love what you got to say, but that's it. I'm gonna leave it there. So,
Robin, you came with the tea, and I'm glad that you brought it. Next week. Can you call us and let us know your third week evaluation on the talk shows?
Because that's gonna be my cutoff. I know I'm not gonna be able to take the allowance much longer. For real. Okay. So
Thank you, Robin. We appreciate
it's lunchtime, for you. I want you to know that when I report back next week, I will tell you about how my first foray into cooking the curry goat is.
Oh,
Not
yes, please
goat, just some other goat.
Okay. All right, Robin. Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. I love it. I love that you guys will call in. And for those that are watching the replay, live chat, let me know. Are you watching Karamo? Are you watching Sherri Shepherd's show? How do you feel about J Hud's new show? I've only seen clips of J Hud's show. I haven't watched it chapter and verse. I probably won't watch it, fully. I want to see the YouTube clips to see if it grabs me. Based on what I've seen so far, I don't know yet. I don't know. Sherri Shepherd, I think I like Sherri's show more than J Hud's, to be honest. Karamo's, I just started this week. I haven't watched it yet, so stay tuned for that. All right, we're going to take one last caller. I see Brooklyn Star backstage. What's going on, Brooklyn Star?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to say, I think Bahati should pull a Denise Richard. You can't get divorced in the middle of your pregnancy. You can walk away. I hate especially successful men that sideline their equally successful mate's career and give them a false sense of security, and then want to still pull stunts like this. And I really hate the fact that we sent out a press release. We sent out a press release to save our careers, knowing damn well that lady could care less about a press release. You're just trying to clean it up. That lady, you probably didn't even talk about this press release with her. And don't send anything on behalf of we when you are shaming me and embarrassing me. I hate when they do stuff like that. It's like to protect their image when they know they've been doing dirt. I think she should just walk away, because he didn't deny like what the girl was saying all the way. I think he did have relations with this girl. Like, just walk away.
Yeah.
And August Alsina, he said that he has an immune disorder. He can't be like, first of all, he wasn't going to acknowledge Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez was talking crap when all the Jada stuff came out.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm especially not touching people.
Yeah.
Like, I have an immune disorder. I'm not touching anybody.
Yeah.
I think Tory Lanez is a menace. He has a history of hitting multiple people, not just like what happened with Megan. He has history of other violent behavior when it comes to women, when it comes to other men. Like, ship him in a box, baby. Ship him off. Like, get him a kid's ticket and send him on his way to his country. That's all I'm saying.
Damn. All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Brooklyn Star. We appreciate you as always.
No problem.
Not ship him in a box. Did she say ship him in a box, y'all? I can't. But damn. All right. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting our channel. Every single Tuesday is our Tuesday Takeover, where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. And sometimes when you call in, you bring up something that we may have missed, like what's going on with these daytime talk shows. Some of you are saying that you can't watch J Hud's show. I'm going to give it a shot. I told you I'm going to try and give this a shot. All right. Deborah says, I watched J Hud with Magic Johnson. I couldn't make it through the interview. Just unwatchable. Ruth, thank you so much for the super chat. Ruth says, Kemp, where's your cowboy hat? We still on Aspen episodes. Love you, fellow Taurus baddie. Well, on Thursday, when we recap Aspen and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I'll pull out my hat again. If you're wondering what hat she's talking about, be sure to check out last week's recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I want to thank everyone that called in. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Thank you to our moderators, guys. Don't forget to say thank you to our moderators. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat, sends in Venmos, PayPals, Cash Apps. Become members. Any way that you support the channel by sharing the video, liking the video. We truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys in the next story. Be sure to check out the 2 other stories that I posted this morning. The other one on Kathy Hilton and a story on the Tiffany Haddish settlement. It's not a full-on settlement. They've come to a deal to have this sealed. They are working out a settlement right now. Don't be surprised if the next report is that they've come out with a settlement. Kara, thank you so much for being a member for 4 months of the Royal Court. She says, Kathy Hilton, Adam Levine, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, etc. Can we do better? Can't wait for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of Potomac. They're coming. in a week, we'll have Salt Lake City, and we will have our recaps. Thank you to everyone for being here. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Go have a fantastic lunch. Thank you everyone on TikTok for being behind the scenes and watching as well and riding through. Quite a few are still here. We appreciate you. And thank you for tapping your screen, sending gifts, and becoming a subscriber on TikTok. Don't forget, we will be live tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on TikTok exclusively for our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills watch party. And we also do chat. We talk hot topics and things like that on TikTok at TheKempire. Links are available in the description of this video. Thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Let's get out of here with some music. Let me see what song I want to do. I want to do a different song. Oh, I'll do this song. I like this song now. My song of the week. Don't forget to like the video, guys.
Walk like a G, sippin' Hennessy, President Sweet, look like a young Barack Obama. Skipping to the beat, giving hella heat. I'ma need a seat just to count up all these dots in commas. I think it's evident I'm the better man, I'm the jam. I'ma have you crushing like a four-wheel monster. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool. Chin up off the ground and flash that smile for me. Put some pep up in that step, it's going down shortly. Got so much weight up on my shoulders, all this jewelry on me. I wear my shades inside cause I go blind just looking down. Walking like the man, sipping Chardonnay on the balcony, looking like a young Elvis Presley. I've been overseas, I've been underneath, I ain't never seen nothing like a prison 12 o'clock. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. I don't know nobody looking like that. I don't know nobody looking like that. Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up.